Why does the world worry about China's Belt and Road Initiative? First of all, let me tell you what it is. The Belt and Road Initiative, also called the One Belt, One Road, is a massive development project launched by China in 2013. It aims to build a network of roads, railways, ports, and other infrastructure around the world through hundreds of billions of dollars of investment. This network would connect China to Europe, Africa, and the Americas. It would comprise land and sea routes. The idea is to create a modern-day Silk Road that will facilitate trade and economic cooperation between China and other countries. As of February 2021, the BRI includes 144 countries, 18 of them in Europe, 51 in Asia, 46 in Africa, 21 in the Middle East, and 9 in Latin America. In other words, the entire world is covered under the Belt and Road Initiative. So why is everyone worried about it? Why do so many countries oppose the Chinese initiative? They worry about several things. First, they're worried about the debt sustainability of this whole project for the participating countries. Many developing countries that have signed on to the BRI are already heavily in debt. For example, Pakistan, Malaysia, the Maldives, Kenya, Angola, and the Dominican Republic. China's Belt and Road projects have added to their debt burden. Now, critics say that China is taking advantage of these countries by getting them into more debt so that Beijing can control their economies. Secondly, the world is worried about a shift in power that is taking place due to this massive project. China's growing influence and international clout is posing a challenge to the existing world order. Many see the Belt and Road Initiative as a way for China to expand its power and become the dominant player in global affairs. Thirdly, there are concerns about the environment. China has not been very proactive when it comes to upholding environmental standards, both at home and abroad. There are reports of shoddy workmanship and a lack of transparency in its overseas projects. Take, for example, the new port in Colombo, Sri Lanka. It was built by China. It's a debt trap that Sri Lanka cannot escape, and now the country is on the verge of bankruptcy. All these worries may be valid, but they also need to be seen in perspective. The Belt and Road Initiative is a massive project, perhaps the biggest infrastructure project ever. It's almost like trying to reorganize the entire world. Naturally, there will be problems along the way. The question is, how does Beijing deal with them? Because even though the Belt and Road Initiative is beneficial for the participating countries, it is also very risky. A lot of money is involved here, more than $1 trillion, and there is very little oversight. So how do you ensure that all goes well? How do you make sure that the participating countries do not get into unsustainable debt? What happens if they do? These are important questions, and I'm afraid the answers are not very reassuring because China has a history of reneging on its deals. Remember the debacle over the debt-ridden Hambantota port in Sri Lanka or the strategic port in Djibouti, which also saw Chinese reneging on its deal. Such instances make you wonder, is this initiative all that it's cracked up to be? Is it really a win-win situation for all involved, or is it a debt trap? We'll discuss this further in the next episode.